Hello everybody and welcome back to Elm Creek. I'm Craigyboy. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, then do go hit that subscribe button and keep up to date with all these wonderful videos that I am putting out, and give them a thumbs up as well if you are enjoying them. It really does help the channel out. So, what did we do in the last episode? Well, the last episode then we checked out the new cow pasture, we checked out a few bits, and we planted some potatoes as well in the field just to the right over there. That one just there. In a minute, we are just watching the worker do some soybeans in this field here. I have done a few fields off camera because we are getting very close to the end of this series and there's still a lot to do. Now, the money at the minute is sitting around 13 million, nearly 700,000. It's gone up and down a little bit, and a little bit of money might have been wasted because there's been a few little issues and a few little tweaks and stuff. So if we go and have a quick look on here, then I've got a worker just doing the sorghum down here. Got some soya beans going on up here. But what I have done, I might have gone and spent a little bit of money and, well, nearly bought the whole map. You're thinking that's a mad idea. I know it's a mad idea, but we got the money, so we can do it. And it's because there's a few like crops that I need to get in for a lot of the productions. So what's going on here then? So obviously we saw this one here, number 39, had potatoes in. We did that in the last episode. I've gone and put corn in these. I've gone and bought these fields and put corn in. I bought these fields here as well, and I'm putting soybean in because we need some soybeans. We know about that one in the last episode. That was barley in there. We did the cotton as well. We've got canola in these, and obviously these are new as well. So these came with these in. So I was quite lucky in a sense because if we have a look, we're at that kind of time now where a lot of things can be planted. So farmers have been wild and started to plant things. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go flash the cash. I'm going to go buy some of these fields up. So we did this. 59.60 oats, 58 sunflowers, and some more soybeans down here. But these are smaller fields, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough. So decided to do some more in here. Now we're going to have a look across here as well. Oats, yes, I own that one as well, and all these pink ones here. 73 has the trees in, so we do own that one, but it's got full of trees. That's why it looks a bit empty. These have got sugar beet in. It's just to try and stock up to keep a lot of things going across at the business park. So that's where we're up to at the minute, but a few things have changed, and I will show you. So over at the business part then, you might see that we've got the ice cream factory. That's normal. This is different. This is cool. This is a pizza parlor. And I don't need to spell it out for you. It makes pizzas. Now, there was a straw accessory kind of thing here, but I didn't realize when I put it in, you can't spawn anything. It didn't have a spawn point. It had them little roadwork signs there. Won't spawn. Means you just have to sell it straight from it. That's a bit boring in my opinion. So I just decided to get rid of it and replaced it with this thing, which looks really cool. So this does pizzas. It does 4 different types. One of them is an egg pizza. I mean, what the hell is that about? Egg pizza. Don't ask, don't know. I just know it's got eggs on it. And I think it's here for the production. No, can't remember where the production is. Let's have a look. I was right. It is here somewhere. I just probably wasn't close enough. There we go. So if we're going to have a look then, we've got margarita. You know, everybody knows about a margarita. Potato pizza. Never tried one in my life. Not sure if anybody else has. I mean, does that actually exist, or is that just an in-game thing? Egg pizza. Okay. So as you can see, they are stocking up then because this has been put in. I think I did it after the last episode, so a bit of time has been running. Obviously, we're into the next month now because we had to move into the next month to be able to do the sorghum and soybeans. Now, if we have a look across here as well, we have got another one. This is the potato production. And I mean, I don't need to spell it out here. It does everything potatoes. And I mean, well, look at all them things here. There's a lot of things we can get. Vegetable fat is what we're doing in a minute from canola oil. We got French fries, cream potatoes, potato gratin. So it's just a lot of things that we can do. There is more we can do. Paprika chips, because we've got the peppers, and yeah, we could literally go to town. But we are running out of time on this series. So That's what's going on there. All looks mighty good. I've also deactivated everything here, so nothing's moving between itself. It means I'm going to have to do some moving. Because the problem I was finding is a lot of the productions are moving stuff, and then it's storing like 300,000 litres of whatever in itself. So, you know, for example, this might have like 300,000 litres of sugar beet. Well, we're not going to be able to get that out at the end. So that's 300,000 litres of sugar beet we could sell. We've lost. So that's why I've deactivated them all for taking stuff in themselves. I will keep a look on here, and we will literally just click this button here, and you can see there's bits missing. And all these bits that are missing, the sugar beet missing from there. What's missing for this one? There's sorghum's missing from this one. So we will top them up as and when it needs it to try and keep all the figures low on the inbound stuff. Otherwise, they're just going to sit with so much stuff in them. And the one, what kind of triggered this to me was this noisy thing over here. This thing. I was looking at this. It's got, I thought they were low because it's all red, but it's got 129,000 litres of tomatoes, 228,000 litres of sugar, and 241,000 litres of olive oil. We are never going to get through that, but I've got no way of getting it back out. So it's stuck in there. So I've deactivated them all, so I'm going to have to go through now and move stuff about. Not a problem. And this thing as well. This thing is another thing was a bit of an issue. 1.9 million litres of wood chips. Can't get them out. Can't do nothing with them. There's a tip point to go in. There's logs you can put in. It's got a spawn point, but all it will do is spawn the wood chips in tiny little bales. I would be here for the rest of my life trying to sort them out. Now we can go into the place and actually just turn it on to selling, which I'm probably going to have to do when we come to the end of it. But at the minute, everything's looking pretty good. Oh, I have added an MAN because it's got the log grabber to go onto the log trailer. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw it and I'm like, yes, I want it. But we just got to wait for the trees to grow. And we are going to definitely get to some of these trees before, just in case that they don't sort of crop up, grow, whatever you want to call it, in time before we hit the end of this series. Then I have spent a little bit of money and put these pines in here at the bottom of this little patch of grass here, which I do own. So these are what are going to grow there. But I have gone and put these in because you can plant them in full. Cost about £800 each. And I've done it all across here. So we have got some we can play with if these don't grow in time before the end. But we will see them at some point. The series is stopping at 40, but it's not completely going. We will come back to it every so often. Once in a blue moon. These are the sugar beets, and as you can see, I've got to go over and sort nitrogen and pH levels out because they're all over the place. But it's looking pretty good. Now, bits that have changed are just here. So the warehouse has gone. And I know you're probably thinking, hold on a minute, there was a lot of things in that warehouse. Where are they gone? Well, it's been moved. It made sense to have a warehouse here. There isn't really much going on here. Now we've got the business park over there. Everything, pallet production, is down that way. So it kind of made sense to have a warehouse down that way and not up here in the middle of nowhere. So I've just gone and moved it, and I've put it in where the sheep are. Yes, you're probably thinking, well, I'll just fit it in there. It's a bit snug. Don't worry, we'll get to that in a second. All I've done here is moved the olive and grape greenhouse back a little bit. And I've decided to put another one in here. So we've got two of them running because they make a lot. And it's also making a lot of money. So at the minute, they've got nearly 100,000 litres of each in both of these. Doing well. So that's going to make us a nice bit of money. Plus also some of the productions need olives and also need grapes. So that will help out there. Here, nothing's really changed here apart from I found this. Nice little auto-loading trailer for pallets. I know we've got the curtain cider, but this is quite cool because it's open and we can put it on a tractor. Something a little bit different. Oh, I didn't show you this last time. The animal transport trailer. That's when I had to go and move the cows over from the little pastures into the bigger one. But we saw that on the last episode. Nothing's really changed there, but what has changed is this area. So this is where the sheep were. Now I had a bit of an issue with the sheep. The pasture broke. Now when I say it broke, another mod decided to cause some issues, and I went to try and feed the sheep and it come up saying, sorry, grass isn't accepted here. Yeah it is. Grass is the only thing they have, and hay. Nope, wouldn't take any of it. At the time, didn't realise it was a mod. It took a lot of work in a lot of late hours to try and find out what was actually causing the problem. It turned out it was a mod that had updated. We'll get onto that in a second. So I decided to get rid of the sheep. I moved them, tried putting in a standard in-game pasture one, and that didn't work either. I couldn't work out what was going on. I thought maybe I'd moved it in a different place and it was out of the boundary of the field. I tried everything. Obviously causing a lot of headache, causing money to go up and down a bit. So I decided to sort of redo this area, and I kind of extended it a bit to fit the warehouse. As you can see, it's come right down to the road. Doesn't look great around this side, but who comes down here anyway? I put a new fence in because I needed to extend this out a little bit here because I put the silo there, and it's one of them sliding open little gates like that, which is pretty cool. We can now run straight in off the road. We can go straight in here if we want to dump any grass in here, pig food. And obviously that's where the warehouse is now. The warehouse is just over here, with another one of them auto-loading trailers just down the side, in case they need to grab some cheese or butter from here and move it across to the productions. Everything's stored in here. You'll see a massive list appear to the right. There's a lot of things in there. So if I need to get any bits out to feed productions, I can. This allows me to spawn the pallet so I can get out just what I need to keep that production going without jamming it full of stuff, which I'm not going to be able to get out when we come to the end of the series. Now, things have been moved here. The pig enclosure, I couldn't go for the big one before. I only went for the medium-sized one. Well, now because the sheep broke, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to move things around a bit. I've now managed to get the large pig enclosure in, as you can see. With another sliding gate up the side just in case I need to. We can feed him in here, and it holds 1,000 piggies. Looks pretty good. The sheep one now has gone back in here. Now I've found out it was a mod. Obviously they weren't producing wool. It wouldn't do anything. It was just dead. They just wouldn't. I couldn't feed him. It was just not recognizing anything. So I decided to move it to make it easier to sort of be able to get in here now, swing around here to pick it up with either the Arctic or that pallet loading trailer over there. So all's good here. So what I found out is there's a new production out called the Grain Mill Plus, which is a grain mill, but it also does cracked corn. And I saw the update. I had the original one installed, but I saw the update. I thought, great, give it an update, not a problem. That's when the problems happened. Something isn't quite right, I think, with that mod, because the pigs were fine. The chickens, it changed the chicken pasture, which apparently it's meant to do. The grain that we used to put in the chicken pasture suddenly was like only 20% of what they need. They now needed 80% of cracked corn. Well, I don't have the grain mill, but does cracked corn, so it means I would have had to spend about 200,000 putting that in. So that wasn't good. So the chickens were okay, apart from they needed cracked corn. But it managed to break these. These wouldn't accept anything. I tried bales, I tried loose grass, I tried everything. It just come up saying grass is not supported here. And when you went on to these here, you can have a look and see it didn't show anything. It just showed total capacity 0, and the grass didn't even show up. It didn't even recognize what it needed. And it was the same with the cows. It broke me cows as well. It just showed total capacity 0, no total mixed ration, no hay, no grass. It didn't show nothing. It was just nothing at all. But the chickens were fine. It just said cracked corn was 80%, grain was 20%. I was like, okay, that was a bit shocking. Pigs, no problem at all. So I managed to find out it was that. I took that off, and everything's gone back to normal. But it's cost me a bit of money to have to get rid of the sheep, get them back again, move this, buy the in-game one. It was just very interesting. but all is working well now. Sheep are back. They're doing what they're meant to be doing. So things are looking good over here then. The sorghum is going in nicely into this field. We've got soybean going in the field up here. Everything else is looking pretty good. I don't think the grass is ready. It's not quite ready yet, is it? No, it's nearly. And everything else you can see is just slightly. The barley's going to be the first by the looks of it. Grass is definitely. Barley, wheat, canola. We've got a lot of things that we need to sort out. But one thing we do need to do is hit some of these fields with fertilizer and lime. So, let's jump into a spare tractor. So we'll grab this tractor, we'll have a look, we'll see. Now, these are the same, but one's got lime in, one's got solid fertilizer. Which is this one? Lime. So let's go do this first then, because the lime obviously leaves the kind of white powdery stuff down, and we want to see if we can try and go over that after, because it's not a great look. Let's just see if we can open this up then. Have we got any lime in here we can maybe fill us up with? Yep. Got a little bit. 69%. Doesn't sound much. It's 222,000 litres in here, so yeah. I think they're okay. So we'll just go see what fields need tackling, really. I think there's going to be quite a few. Especially these ones that I bought with stuff in, because I don't know what's actually been done with these. So if we just slightly drive into the field, it will tell us, yeah, this one's not too bad actually. It's nearly there. So we'll just give it a go. We'll zoom right out, because this has got quite a spread on it. And we'll unlock the speed as well, because I'm doing it, so we don't need to go at the slow speed. So we'll just make sure that all this is covered. So we've got a mixture of different things in different fields here, and I'm just trying to work out, I can't remember what was in this one. I think this was, these were corn, I think, in all these. So we've got these lot of corn, yeah, that's it, they're potatoes. Sugar beeter down the other side. We'll just cover all that there, look at that, beautiful. So that's now all covered. pH level is bang on for what should be in here. Let's go across and do this one. And we'll keep going actually round, because they're all the same. So we'll just keep going. You can see on the little map at the bottom how it's changing. Some of these are worse than others. This one's going to be a bit bad, I think, down here. This hasn't had much love and attention. So we'll stop it here. Sugar beet in this one. Oh, no, is it sugar beet? No, it's taters, isn't it? Taters in this one, of course. The only problem when you've got so many fields on the go, you forget what's in them. Really changing the map at the bottom there. Watch out for the road signs. So let's go over then and get this all done, and we'll see if we can line up all these fields. So the lime and fertilizing's all done and dusted on other fields now. That was quite a task. You don't realize how many fields you've got until you have to go through and lime them and fertilize them. Then you realize what a job it is. As you can see, it's 22 minutes past 2. It took a little bit of time. So what we're going to do just to finish off then, I've got some stuff on here. Strawberries, chocolate, honey, tomatoes, and sunflower oil. So we just want to top these up because these productions have come to a stop. Some of them need some milk as well, so we can sort that out. I'll do that one off camera because we need to go up to the cow pasture. These trailers are quite long. 44 pallets they hold if you're interested, if you're wondering what they hold. Let's turn the auto load off then. We will go through to the ice cream place because it won't take any of the sunflower oil and it won't take any tomatoes. And I think, if I'm right, it's around here somewhere, the loading. Yep, there we go, starting to disappear. So we'll let all that go. Should now start the ice cream place up again. It should go. I've not stopped it. It was just missing material. So hopefully that should get back in. Trailer's looking quite empty now. Yep, there we go. It should be somewhere, there we go, somewhere around here. We should be taking it all in. So that's all done, dusted. So hopefully that should mean now the productions have kicked back in. The tofu, as you can see, is back up and running now. This one here is missing some sorghum, but again, it's in the ground. We just got to wait for that one. There's not much we can do there. Don't worry about this one. This one's the warehouse. It's sort of saying that there's no oil now. It's waiting for more oil to come in. It's still active. But obviously, we've got to wait for the ore production unit to actually make some oil. And then as soon as it does, that will go across there. This is one we've got to be careful of now, the objects one, because these make us a lot, or will make us a lot of money. We haven't actually got rid of anything yet. As you can see, they're all stacking up nicely. But these, at the best of the time, are £250,000 per pallet. So we really need to make sure these keep going. So we're a bit short on furniture there. So let's go see what furniture we've got in the warehouse. So we don't have much furniture at all. 1,282. It's a bit of a slow process, the getting furniture. But luckily, this place only takes 1 litre of its products. So yeah, this will still go quite a way, which is pretty good. So we just scoot round in here and hopefully, will it take it from here? I'm going to have to back in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to back in a bit. It should take it somewhere around here. There we go. So this is the packing facility, which packages all the different products up together, like tomato ketchup and crisps and cereals, and then makes a food package, which goes for a stupid amount of money. It also does an object one as well, which is, if we go and have a quick look on here. So the food package is cakes, ketchup, salads, crisps, cereals, makes the food package. Objects is furniture, pallets, clothes, makes the objects. And liquids is soya milk, canola oil, and syrup, makes the liquid one. If I'm right, at the best times, we'll see if we can have a quick look on here. These go for a lot of money. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming because it's a package. Here we go. We can have a look on here. So at the minute, it's 179,000. But the best time is June, which is nearly £250,000 per pallet. Each pallet is 1,000 litres. And we've got nearly 5,000 litres. You do the maths. That is mental. So food objects and liquid are all around about £250,000 at the best. But then you've got the reputation, which is nearly £1 million in June on its own. And if you wonder what that is, then that is literally, it's a food package, object package, and a liquid package together in a bundle. And it's just one big parcel. And as you can see, we've got nearly 2,500. So by the time we get to sell these in June, I'm guessing we're going to be getting on for hopefully 3,500. Maybe will we get another 1,000? I'm not sure. But we should get at least 3,000. So it could be nearly 3 million. This is just beautiful. So it takes one of each. So we're going to have obviously food left over because they're high, as you can see. It's going to be good. We are going to make a lot of money. We've got stuff to sell. There's a lot of things to sell. The warehouse we need to empty. We've got wood chips. We've got everything. There's pancakes. There's ice cream. the last episode is going to be a busy one of selling everything. So I think this is a good place to leave us here. Thank you so much for watching then. If you want to keep a check on all social media platforms that I'm on, you can do. Just go to craigyboygames.co.uk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.